Good morning, natives. It's your girl Wafa Arman, and you're locked into Native Radio, and this is the Armani Way. Now, I'm going to start the show today on smoke, yeah? I've got some beef with the Native Radio crew, yeah? So, with this show, what we do is on Sunday mornings, it airs like the audio, and then during the week, we release a visual. And tell me why I'm watching the first visual we had, and I'm doing the intro looking away like one shy babe. And no one bothered to tell me to look up to the camera, yeah? So today, camera one, it's me and you. It's me and you, yeah? Anyway, we're going to jump straight into the Anthem of the Week, which is a segment where I play a song that's been on replay for the past week. And this week, we've got Guyane by Bambi. Was Guyane by Bambi. She's an amazing South American artist from French Guyana. Now, guys, I've got a special guest in the building today, and he does a couple of things, got his hands in a couple of different pots. He is a dietitian, yeah. Dietitian, yeah. Okay, got that right.
Practicing dietetics, absolutely, you're right.
Yeah. So dietitian, he's a personal trainer as well. Personal transformer, okay. Yeah. You've got is it a meal prep service as well?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, like a healthy meal prep service. And you're also an event organizer. Yeah, so this is Phil, aka Mr. Cleanbite.
That's right.
Good to have you in the house. How you doing?
Thanks for having me. It's been amazing. Thank you. Natives, you guys are doing amazing. Dr. Arman, I've got great respect for you. Thanks for inviting me.
Dr. Arman, soon come. Soon, Dr. Arman. Not yet, but loading.
It's confirmed by me already because I know that it's gonna happen. But yeah, thanks for having me, man. It's amazing.
Great to have you here. Yeah. Now I did the intro, and like I said, you're doing a lot of different things, and I just want to check if there's anything I've missed.
For now, no.
Yeah.
For now, we're good. Yeah. A few things, but not to be added at the moment.
Okay. Yeah. Loading. Yeah. Also, I see you got the memo. We were matching the earthy tones today. I love to see it. Jeez.
I thought, just coming looking a bit clean, and fortunately for me, I'm just looking the same.
I love it. Fortunately for you, I'm matching the energy.
I got a memo, definitely.
Love to see it. Yeah, now I started with my Anthem of the Week, and I'm wondering what's a song that's been on replay for you this past week?
I've got Lekuma in the building. There are actually two songs, but the one that I haven't stopped listening to is a song by a Cardiff artist called Nathan Mishra.
Nice.
And it's called She Legit.
She Legit. Nice. Okay.
It's spelled Shilajit. It's literally, it's like CMOS.
Yeah.
It's like a supplement. She Legit is literally a supplement.
Is it?
But he's named the song She Legit.
Oh, wow.
And honestly, you listen to that song.
Yeah.
There's no going back. And that has been my song on repeat this week from going to work, in the gym. That has just been on replay non-stop. Actually, that has been on replay.
Yeah.
Osini Cheze has been on replay as well. So by Wafa Arman.
Jeez.
But yeah, these two songs I've just been on. Yeah, She Legit is the one that I'm just the first song I go to when I wake up, when I don't know, doing anything.
You're supposed to say Usinicheze is not. We're about to cut the cameras because how can you be saying it's another?
No. Usinicheze is the one that I'm like, okay, what's the next one I want to listen to again?
Yeah.
Like but this week has just been She Legit, and then next song will be like Usinicheze. I'm like, okay, yeah, that's another one. You had your week, okay?
Every week needs to be my week.
You had your week where you're topping the chart for me, so.
All right, then we're gonna go straight into the songs, and we've got a bonus one this time for the Anthem of the Week. So let's have the listeners listen to the song.
Yeah.
So those were Mr. Cleanbite's Anthem of the Week, and you said earlier, you mentioned before we went on the music break that Little Man is in the studio, and this is something I really admire about you. Like alongside all those things that you're doing, you seem to be a very intentional father.
Absolutely.
Yeah, which is it's amazing. So how do you manage to balance all those things and also be a very present father?
I think I've always been that guy that thought to myself, my father has done so much up until this point, but there's so many mistakes that he made. Mm-hmm. He did amazing things, but and very recently actually apologized to me and my siblings for not being able to do everything that he could have done or should have done. And that was the first time I felt like I got super emotional. Like my father coming up to me, this is a man that never said "I love you" kind of situation.
Yeah.
He will show you that he loves you by so many acts and ways and behaviors, but he will never open his mouth. The first time I heard him say "I love you" was when he met Lil Man.
Oh wow, yeah.
And surprisingly, all of us just literally just turned around, looking at each other, like, "Wow, he just said I love you." So,
Yeah.
But with my son, I always thought to myself, I want him to have opportunities to everything I never had opportunity to do, or that I wanted to do, but then had hindrance because I was told to do certain things.
Yeah.
To do things in a certain way.
Yeah.
Whereas with him, it's like, okay, whatever you want to do, just go ahead and do it. I'll give you that support. But you also have to know, my man calls me bro.
Wow.
He
Yeah.
calls me bro, but he also knows, like, when we come to that time,
Yeah.
if things get serious, he knows too well that, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Today I just had a chat with him, a really long conversation about his football game, what he needs to do. You could just tell that he was listening. He got a little bit emotional, but he will listen to that.
Yeah.
Because I was coming from a place of caring and understanding that, listen, you haven't played football for a very long time.
Yeah.
You haven't played with a team for a very long time, but there are a few mistakes that we have to tackle from this early. So yeah, being intentional is something that I've always wanted to do early, because I wanted to be a better father from what my father did.
Yeah.
And hopefully he can be a better version of what I've done up until that stage. And I think it's just one of those things where I just have to do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've got no choice. Like, he's my number one priority.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
No one else, nothing else. Everything I do is to give me the opportunity to ensure that I'm there for him, to give me that freedom of time to be there for him when needed, whenever actually. So I make sure that happens. I go to work, I come back, pick him up, take him to the football training.
Yeah.
He's played football this is the third time you're playing football this week, isn't it? So he played football Thursday, yesterday, and then today.
Oh wow! So it's safe to say that Project Mbappe is going to plan.
It has to be. My investment has to be.
Lovely. It's a return on investment, yeah?
Quick, ROI.
Love to see it. Now, Mr. Cleanbite, I've had the pleasure of performing at some of the events you put up with Prime Rave, with some really amazing artists, so Ianya, Peruzzi. And I'm just wondering, what's been your favorite event that you've put up?
Why are you doing this? They've all been great. They've all been amazing. We've done what we know we can from our point of view as event organizers, to ensure that everyone is having a good time. There are times that I don't even watch people performing. I don't even watch any art performing at all, just because I'm literally trying to sort something out or trying to sort bottles out, which I'm hoping I don't do that continuously, to be honest. But I would say one of the best events I personally think we've done. Can I do two?
You love the twos. Let's do it.
Yeah. I think that the first one will be the Inyanya one, solely because the artist was one of the easiest person to work with.
Yeah.
He was down to earth, no issues at all. When asked to do certain things, like, he was down for it.
Yeah.
The previous artists, like, they were just sitting on that high horse and coming down from a type of situation. But with Inyanya, it was down to earth. Like, you missed that one. We went for breakfast. It was chilled. Came down to Cardiff Bay. Yeah, he didn't want to do anything at all. He didn't want to just sit at home and not do anything. So he wanted to explore the city. We went around the city. Was happy to meet with people. Happy to exchange contacts with people. When people were taking pictures, was like, just let them in. Stayed longer. Followed us to the after party. It's just easy to work with. Easy to work with. So I would say that one definitely, and I would say Sip and Paint, the very recent event that we just concluded.
Oh, nice! I missed that one.
Yeah. I was surprised you missed that one.
I know, because that's my thing, man. Yeah.
But that was. I know we spoke about it beforehand. Actually,
we did.
And by the way, the good thing about doing this event for me is because it takes me away from talking about nutrition and fitness.
Right. Okay. Which we're going to bring you back to today. So.
I talk about fitness at work. I come out of work, I'm talking about fitness and nutrition.
Yeah.
And doing event just takes me completely away from all of those things. By the way, I love my fitness and nutrition. Like that's my purpose.
Yeah.
I feel like I've been called to empower people through fitness and nutrition, but doing an event just takes me completely away from that. It gives me a great sense of just creating something from scratch.
Yeah.
Thinking of an idea and just making sure it comes it comes into fruition.
Yeah.
And then having art like yourself, you know, Bad Boy Nelly, Cool's Wave, to come on stage and perform. Also, it's almost like giving that great opportunity for different people to just do whatever they know how to do best, really, you know, in their private time. So yeah, I would say Sip and Paint and Inyanya show, definitely.
Yeah, amazing.
Definitely.
Yeah, I'm glad I got to be at the Inyanya one. That was actually a really, really good show.
It was a sick vibe.
Yeah, it was a
It was
vibe.
turned.
Yeah, and so where did the idea of Prime Rave come from?
Emmanuel, where are you? You should be here.
Where he at?
Do you know what's crazy about starting this event organizing company?
Yeah.
I've never been the guy to think, oh yeah, I'll start organizing events. I mean, I've done it in the past during my first degree where we're just doing it for fun of it.
Right.
Burna Boy was amongst one of the first people we wanted to bring down before Burna Boy became who he is today in 2011. My housemate at the time was from Port Harcourt.
Right.
And he knew Burna Boy, so we're in contact with the mom, and then we realized, oh yeah, he can't make it to the UK at the moment.
Oh yeah. Before the homecoming.
Yeah. He can't make it. But we did an event back then, and it was a sold out event, and there were more women than men in that event. But again, it was just for fun.
Right.
It wasn't anything major. And then I had a restaurant down Dumbos Road in Cardiff Bay.
Yeah.
I started doing barbecue events. But again, it was just very random. I'm not charging anyone. Just come down, have a good time. I'll sell my food, of course.
Yeah.
But people were coming, having a good time. The shop next door is literally a shop where they sell alcohol and everything.
Right.
People would just go there, buy Magnum, buy whatever they needed, and they will come have a good time. I will be there till like 11 o'clock because that's the time you start playing music in unlicensed place. And I never thought of doing events. I never thought, oh yeah, that would be a thing. And then Emmanuel came from Nigeria. One of my boys introduced me to him. He's like, oh yeah, he's looking for something to do. He does festivals in Nigeria, Ibadan.
Yeah.
It's getting like 2,000, 5,000 people coming down. So he was into entertainment. He's got like a record label down in Nigeria. So he was like, yeah, we can do this. And being me, I don't want to ruin his ambition. New in the UK, I don't want to be like, oh yeah, no, you can't do it.
Yeah.
I'm that guy that goes, yeah, you can do it. Yeah, let's do it. Long story short, we found a place, we did it. We put $2.5 grand each because we had to buy our own alcohol, our own booze.
Yeah.
Luckily, we made our money back.
Amazing.
But in my head, I was like, Jesus, what if we don't make this money back? But I was willing to take that risk. We made our money back. It was a town event. That was the very first event. And it was a Christmas Eve party.
Yeah.
In a place that was very isolated. Not isolated, but it was a bit far from your regular place of city center. It was by the Heat Hospital, so the traveling was just peak.
Yeah.
By 11:30, there was no one at the venue.
Damn.
12:30.
You're starting to get worried. That 2K is not coming back.
We've got bare alcohol, we've got Hennessy, Gem Scenes, literally at the bar. What are we going to do with this?
Yeah.
I mean, we can drink it, but come on, man, that'd be too much. By 12:30, the whole place just literally like a floodgate has been opened.
Yeah.
It went from 0 to like, God knows how many people were there. The capacity of that place was like 400 and was fully packed.
Yeah.
Did a calculation afterwards. I was like, Jesus Christ, bro, we've made money here. We've made almost like 40-something% profit.
Oh, wow.
On top of that, I was like, yeah, let's do it again.
Yeah.
So Prime Rave came about that, and then we started thinking of names. We had different names. Like, as a matter of fact, we had like we had Tribal Entertainment. The logo was designed. Everything was all done. And then someone came and was like, oh yeah, one of the DJs that we're inviting for one of the events, like, oh, bro, I'm using Tribal name. Like, you can't use them. Like, fuck you. Excuse my language. But yeah, like, yeah, come on, man. What's wrong with you?
Yeah.
But we don't want to step on any toes, so we changed it to Prime Rave.
Right, okay.
just ensuring that the rave that we organize were optimal and primal in everything we do.
Yeah.
Really. And yeah, that's how Prime Rave came about, and we've just been doing shows a bit more strategic now. Before it was like, oh yeah, let's just do an event every 2 months or 3 months.
I see. Yeah, I've noticed you guys have slowed down a little bit. Yeah.
So at the moment, it's a bit more strategic moves. We want to do things that are completely different from what other people are doing.
Yeah.
We'll still be doing the normal events, but yeah, we want to do things completely different, and hopefully it makes a difference.
Great. Yeah.
Collaboration with a few people. Yeah.
Are you not trying to give us some exclusives?
Yeah. I mean, you probably know this already anyway, but yeah, we're planning something a bit. 2025 was going to be the year, but due to several meetings that we've had and the partners that are coming on board, 2026 will be the year.
He's doing that. You know, have you seen the interview when Stormzy's like...
No, but for real, like we've got amazing. Let's just say we've got amazing things coming up. Few collaborations, few partnerships with few people that have been doing a lot of things in the nation. Big companies as well. Yeah.
Amazing. Yeah, I love that. And I feel like Prime Rave is a testament to having people around you that don't tell you your ideas are crazy. They're like, yeah, let's do it. Like, even if you have doubts, they're like, we can do it.
Bro, even if you tell me my ideas are crazy, that you can't do it, I'll still go ahead and
still do it.
Yeah, it's just one of those things where if you don't do it, you never know.
Yeah, exactly.
If you don't do it, you never know. Like, I've been on your case about releasing an EP for the longest of time.
Yeah, like, and now it's finally out.
Yeah, like, and it's doing bloody amazing.
It's
doing amazing. Like,
no, I appreciate that. Yeah.
Come on, man. It's a takeoff season, guys.
Woo, ready for takeoff,
zoom.
baby. What's up, natives? You're locked into Native Radio. And if you're just tuning in right now, we've been hanging out with Mr. Cleanbite. Yeah. And if you've missed the first half, don't worry, we've got a bit more to go. Yeah. So, Mr. Cleanbite, I've got a question for you. So, I'm one of those people who I'm constantly in athleisure. Yeah. Like, you will see me in athleisure everywhere but the gym. Yeah. And I think one of the things I struggle with is consistency. Yeah. And also, I get bored very easily. Like, I will start something by the third week. I'm like, nah, I can't do this for a fourth week. Right. So what advice do you have for people who are hoping to like be more consistent in like their fitness journey?
Firstly, I would say, by the way, there's nothing wrong in wearing your athleisure everywhere, by the way.
Thank you. Great start, I feel seen.
That's a great
seen.
I just had to validate that first, but you know when you want something and you really go for it?
Yeah.
You've had that with so many things. What you're doing right now, doctorate. You did everything possible to make sure you got in there. Now you're there, you're doing it.
Yeah.
That's what you want. Mm-hmm. Finally release your EP. That's what you wanted.
Yeah.
That felt good when you did, didn't it?
It did, therefore.
Having a plan initially. It's like you've got a goal. You set a plan first. You had that plan, and then you did everything you needed to do to get to that end goal, to that end result.
Yeah.
It's literally the same thing with fitness.
Yeah.
Having a certain plan that you go. I think you did some boxing classes for a while.
Yeah.
Which was like 8 week long, if I remember that correctly.
Damn, they had me waking up at 6, man.
Exactly.
Phil, ain't nobody awake
exactly.
at 6,
You've not even been to my full blast. And that's, no, it's not even that early. It's not even that early, but you've not even been to it. But you were going at 6. For a good 8 weeks, you know. My point being, there was an essence for it. There was a purpose for it. You had a certain goal that you wanted to attain prior to that.
Yeah.
That was the reason why you could wake up at 6 to want to go to such classes.
Yeah.
If you don't have a goal, then you become almost like headless chicken, where you just, I'm just going to go to the gym and just lift weight, and then, or just do cardio, and then when I come back, I'm like, oh, there's no purpose for it.
Yeah.
That was what led me to actually do some bodybuilding events, because I was going to the gym, I was lifting weight. Whatever I wanted to build at that time, I was like, I would just... Okay, my shoulders need to get bigger. I will focus on my shoulders, and my shoulders will get bigger.
Yeah.
My back needs to get huge. I'll do that. But it got to a point I was like, oh, where does it end?
Yeah.
It's like a continuous chase without any... I mean, not that I wanted validation, not that I wanted people to tell me what they thought about it, but it was more of, right, let me use this training that I've been doing just to go up there and just compare myself with other people.
Yeah.
Which can then motivate me more to actually maybe either pursue it as a career, which my papa go kill me.
Daddy, if you're listening right now, we're not encouraging this.
Oh no, we're good on that. We'll settle our scores on that one. So yeah, we're good bless.
Yeah.
Or have a different path to it, which could have been maybe helping other people achieve their goals, which was the path I chose. And another reason was for me to know how much I can push myself in terms of dedication. Can I be consistent for 12 weeks, 8 to 12 weeks? Can I be consistent? Can I be disciplined enough not to have all sorts? If you know me, you know I love my cake with yogurt.
Yeah.
You know, before bed, I've got to have that yogurt. That's great casing right there with cake. But it's... I think having something that you look forward to achieve and then setting those plans towards that is essential. So when I get clients coming to me, they either want to lose weight or they're looking to build muscles or they're looking to do both, lose weight and build muscles. We have a goal. Now I'm checking on them, right? Can you do it? What other things have you got going on at the moment that could possibly hinder you from achieving these things? Yeah. Okay, yes, you do have things, right? Okay. What about if I was to give you a plan that works around those things? Can you do it? Yeah. And then you realize, like, after exploring different avenues, you're like, okay, yeah, maybe perhaps I can spend like an hour or two every day or 5 days a week or 4 days a week or 3 days a week just to ensure that I'm getting that work in. That then becomes a compulsory ritual that has to be attained that week. Yeah. Just the way you probably wake up in the morning, you have your own rituals that you have to do. If you miss one, it's like, the day is not going to go right. Yeah. It's the same thing with the gym. I see. But having a plan is definitely that definitely kickstarts things, and that helps you set the pathway towards achieving. Definitely, yeah. Because I've just been doing inshallah and vibes, like just turning up to the gym and then it gets super bored. Yeah, like definitely. I know you enjoy swimming as well, so incorporating all of the things that you enjoy doing. Yeah. Walks. Everything you enjoy doing, incorporate it into your fitness so that works for you rather than working against you. Yeah. It's what you need to do once you find the plan that you're looking to achieve. Amazing. And set yourself a period of time as well. Set the smaller goals that you're looking to achieve over time as well towards that big goal. Yeah. So yeah, plan. Definitely. That sounds like a good plan. Yeah, and on the topic of fitness, you're big on, we've heard of generational wealth, but you're big on generational health. Yeah, I want to hear a bit about that. Oof. Yeah. So I've got a meal prep company, which led to me going back to uni to study to become a dietitian because I really wanted to understand how food actually correlates with the physiology of humans rather than just eating for the sake of eating or because you've been told to eat because you see everyone else doing it. It's understanding the purpose of food in our lives. Primitive days, they actually ate to survive. And what I mean by that is they will actually have maybe a meal or two before they left their houses to go hunting, or they probably wouldn't have a meal in the morning. There'll be no breakfast that everyone is literally dying for at the moment. Yeah. They will go hunt. The men will go hunting. The women will go to the rivers to fetch water or get the woods or whatever they needed to do. Yeah. The men will go hunting. Perhaps they even take their children with them. And then maybe in the process of hunting, they might come across like some sort of fruits or maybe a beehive just to get a bit of honey, just to revitalize very quickly. Yeah. And then come back home, the food was ready. And sometimes they might not even have protein, it might just be carbohydrate. Right. But predominantly, they only ate a really large meal when they returned. But if you think about it, they've utilized perhaps the energy that they had from the food the night before throughout the day. Which meant that by the time they got home, they're extremely tired. Their body has gone into a state of what we call glycogen, which means you're depleted in energy, you're depleted in carbohydrate, which is turned into glucose as energy to be utilized as energy. So their body is depleted in glycogen, and because of that, whatever they ate at that time is not sitting in their body. Right. It's been utilized by their bodies to replenish whatever they've lost. And because of that, people wearing obese, people wearing overweight. Health issues were perhaps limited. We would never know because there was no way of checking at that time. They weren't really checking if this person has got cancer or that person has got this.
Yeah.
But we know for sure that obesity is a factor for so many health problems.
Yeah.
We know for sure that the foods that we eat presently is another factor for so many health problems. So because of these two different comparisons, the primitive days would have had less health problems that we're having these days.
Right.
Things like a regular heart attack that could be influenced by obesity because you've got so much fat in your blood arteries that clogs up your heart, which means there's no circulation of oxygen, which will lead to so many other heart problems, stroke, etc. So because of that, we know that back in the days, their health concerns probably would have been limited. Maybe a little health problem due to snake bite or fighting with a lion.
Just something light.
Something, yeah, do you know what I mean? That can be, you can use maybe charcoal, some herb, to treat very quickly. Nothing major like we have today. One of the biggest problems in the UK and in the world that we live in is obesity.
Right.
And like I said before, obesity can then lead to so many health problems, from diabetes to heart problems to high blood pressure to so many health problems. And why is obesity so saturated in our society today? It's because of the type of food that we're eating. They're extremely processed, they're ultra processed. And the governments are not really doing anything about that.
Yeah.
Because why? It's a big market, it's a huge market. People are making so much money. If you try to go against them, they'll come for your head. And because of that, I have decided to start something called Afro Blast under my Dogo's Transformation, which is a fitness business that I've got alongside a meal prep company. And Afro Blast is simply using bodyweight training, which hopefully by the time I find a gym now, I'll start using some lightweight to do some few exercises because I believe in resistance training to build some muscles, and building muscles or having muscles will help with a lot of reducing a lot of health problems later on in life. So perhaps we can find a gym to start doing that. But at the moment, it's more of bodyweight training. We've got a DJ just strictly playing Afro beats, nothing else.
I love that.
Afro beats playing in the background. It's not a dance class, by the way, guys. I know everyone goes, oh, it's a dance class. It's not a dance class.
Yeah, so if you're thinking of coming to do leg work, that's not... That's not.
Well, you can do. Well, I do leg work with certain exercise, certain moves.
Okay.
Just for the fun, just to add a little bit of juice to it.
Okay, love that.
But I'm not asking people to do that. Okay. So if you don't know how to dance or you think you don't know how to dance, there's no concern about that. It's just strictly bodyweight movement. Like I said, I will use things up from time to time. People do use their things up as well.
Yeah.
We're here to have a good time.
Yeah.
Or we're there to have a good time without even realizing that we're working out.
Yeah.
And then alongside, I started a tagline called Generational Health, which is, it's been in existence, but there's a purpose behind this now. Generational Health, and that means we want people to come with their children. People that have kids to come with their children under the age of 12 will pay nothing to attend. And the idea behind this is like they say monkey sees, monkey does type of situation.
Yeah.
If we can start early to influence our children, so by the time they get a little bit older to teenage ages, they've seen already what we're doing. Which means we're passing on generational health onto our children, that hopefully they can pass it on to the next and then the next and then the next.
Amazing.
Hence the idea of generational health. Let's start with our children so they can learn from early. And hopefully get to a time where they can pass on to their children and so on and so forth. And I believe generational health, if you're healthy enough, the wealth will come because your mind is clear. There's no fogginess. You're sharp. You're out there doing things. You're not feeling sedentary and sitting down just because you're obese. Like I said, obesity is one of the culprit to so many health concerns.
Yeah.
And if we have our children moving more, that means obesity start reducing from a very early age.
Yeah.
Before they even get to adulthood. And by that, they will probably... Eventually, I might even start a class for this, like a cooking class.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Like a cooking class. Again, company, a Welsh company, it's like a charity company, have approached me. 2 companies, actually, they've approached me already.
Yeah.
They want us to do something in Welsh.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah. They want us to do something in Welsh. So it's fast growing. I'm surprised.
Yeah.
I'm shocked. They've offered me to be part of them. Like, no.
Yeah.
A private entity
Keeping
out
it
here.
independent. Yeah.
It's a private
Love
thing.
that. Yeah.
And I've got my boy Chili behind the camera that is, we're building something to keep it in-house.
Yeah.
Rather than using like third-party companies to do the ticketing, to promote it. We building a site and just making sure everything is in-house with everything that we do. And my boy Chili is looking after that side of things. So officially partners.
Amazing.
Say it here on native, bro.
Sign right here on the dotted line. Yeah, I love it. And yeah, that's great to hear. So children under 12 go in
Attend for free.
And I'm just going to ask what we're all thinking. What about the rest of us who are children of God?
You go pay now. God wants it to grow. God wants it to grow. Wow, it's a take-off season, Wafa. You know this.
Everybody got to take off, innit? So we're still in the studio hanging out with Mr. Cleanbite.
Yeah.
And before we wrap up, I just want to talk about your day job. Yeah. So you're a dietitian.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I know you've just finished at your last service and you're moving on to a different service now.
Yeah, from diabetes. I've just been working as a diabetes dietitian for the last 6 months.
Yeah.
And moving to children and adolescent mental health unit.
Nice.
Yeah, it's gonna be different.
Yeah.
I'll be working with children, teenagers, so young adult pretty much. Am I looking forward to it? Yeah, but it just feels
You're
different.
not very convincing.
Nah, it feels different.
Yeah, I can imagine.
With all the aspect of dietetics,
Yeah.
as a dietitian, you have an immediate influence with people's nutrition.
Right.
You can put a plan in place. You can see how that changes almost immediately. You can see the effect of the plan. You can see the effect of the intervention.
Yeah.
With CAMS, you don't give them the intervention immediately.
Right.
You have to try and win them over
Yeah.
and let them know that you're not against them. You're in it for them.
Yeah.
So you have to put all type of tricks and skills have to be utilized just to make that happen even before you start talking about food.
Yeah, definitely.
Because I'll be talking to people that have got children that have got eating disorders, AFID, bulimia, people that they will eat and just make themselves sick.
Yeah.
Restricted eating, sometimes binge eating as well.
Yeah.
So it could be the other way.
Yeah.
But it's gonna be different. I'm hoping all the skills acquired outside of my day job can be utilized, including some skill in Afro Blast or my fitness business can be utilized.
Yeah.
To help this group of people. But the reason why I'm sounding the way I'm sounding is because I don't really know what to expect.
Yeah,
There's
I hear
mixed
that.
feelings for me. But I'm up to the task. I'm not even gonna lie. At least I can learn some few tricks, so that when my 12-year-old is thinking his way ahead of me, I can attack him. I can tackle his approach.
Be 5 steps ahead. Yeah. Get the insider knowledge.
You know?
Yeah. That's great. Well, I wish you all the best with that. And
Thank you.
It's been great having you in the studio
It's
today.
been amazing. Wafa.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot, man. Amazing.
I want you to do a little intro for me if you're down for it. Yeah. Outro. Yeah. Just to say hello. It's Mr. Cleanbite. You're locked into Native Radio, and we've been doing it the Armani way.
Ooh, like this is my people. It's Mr. Cleanbite right here at Native, and you already know how we do it. I'm locked in with my gum girl, Armani, on the Armani Way. You already know. catch the Native Radio super soon on your platform via
The app.
Yeah. You can either use the iOS app or the...
Yeah, it's on the App Store or the Play Store.
Listen, just go on there on any app store and just type in Native Radio.
Love it.
The show to be on. Take care. Thanks, Armin.